Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walah. Today I will discuss about the Jinn. What are the harms and sicknesses Jinn can cause to human? From them is intense fear. There are two aspects to fear caused by the Jinn, one which is normal and one which is abnormal. The normal fear, this is to note that there are some jinn who can overpower humans and make them hear voices and see things and feel that someone is following them and make them scared inside their own homes. And the best way to deal with this is to recite the Quran regularly and also recitation of adhkar, morning and evening adhkar before entering home, and other aspect of remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The abnormal aspect is the great fear of the jinn that is deeply rooted in many people. There is nothing to justify such fear from an Islamic point of view. Hence, I will outline the reasons why people have fear of the jinn. From the reason is lack of the knowledge of Tawheed. So when people lack the knowledge of oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this can cause fear to people, because nobody can harm anyone except with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and nobody can benefit anybody except with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second thing that causes fear to people about the jinn is the spread of made-up stories. People are very fond of such stories and love to hear them, and they spread with amazing speed among people. Another thing that causes this fear is witches and the jinn. They also spread fear. They put fear in people's mind about them. Another thing, which is number 4 things that cause people to be afraid of jinn, is hearing some cases of jinn possession, which come about as a result of people's negligence and failures to recite adhkar prescribed in the Sharia, which exposes them to the harm of the jinn and to jinn possession. I will like to quickly tell you the way how to get over this irrational fear of the jinn. What are the way out? The first thing is Tawheed. You have to have this knowledge of Tawheed, because Tawheed is the basis of all worship. So you have to learn this Tawheed, oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reviving the rituals of Islam, and learning that benefit and harm are in the hands of Allah alone. No created being, no matter who he is, has the power to cause harm or bring benefit to anyone except by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said in the Quran, "Say, O Muhammad, I have no power over any harm or profit to myself except what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordained." So nobody can harm you, nobody can cause you, nobody can do good to you except with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If someone believes in this pure teaching that harm and benefit are in the hand of Allah alone, and this belief becomes deeply rooted in his heart, then he will be free of fear of jinn and humans and all of the creatures. Also, the scholars mentioned that fear of anything or anyone other than Allah is a kind of shirk, associating partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is forbidden according to the Quran and Sunnah. Another thing, that is another way out of fear of the jinn, is to know that not all jinns are wicked, not all of them are ugly, not all of them are dark as they appear in the stories of possession and causing fear and harm. There are some jinn who are more righteous than humans, and some jinn have a glowing record of faith, piety, and calling others to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in Surah Al-Jinn, the first verse of Surah Al-Jinn. Another way out of intense fear of jinn is the Muslim should understand that the jinn are inferior to and less honored than mankind. They are inferior to human and they are less honored. Even if a jinn is one of the righteous, he is still inferior to human. So, but when some people are seeking help from the jinn, that is what makes the jinn feel superior to human. So we should know that the jinn, even the righteous among them, they are inferior to human. They are less honored. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said it in the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 70. And indeed, we have honored the children of Adam, and we have carried them on land and sea, and have provided them with AT-TAAJ, lawful good things, and have preferred them above many of those whom we have created with marked preferment. The number 4 thing, we must be very careful with regard to the transmission of stories. It is better not to speak of them, especially among the common folk, women and children. So we should avoid spreading news about the jinn, which most of these are lies. The 5th thing is that the Muslim should understand that Allah has appointed guidance among the angels for man. Yours is just to fulfill the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will fulfill yours too. I will quickly outline some sicknesses further. Before I proceed, we as Muslims, we must believe without a shadow of doubt that everything happens by the will and decree of Almighty Allah. Everything, good or bad, has been decreed long before our creation and must come to pass. So, these are some sicknesses, as I mentioned, intense fear. So, let me quickly outline other sicknesses. Psychological or nervous disease such as depression, insanity, anxiety, all these can be caused by the jinn. And another thing is physical sicknesses that human medicine is unable to treat, which beyond medical cause. Another one, which is hallucination. The jinn are unable to make a person see things other than they really are. If the jinn are able to overpower a human by means of witchcraft, so a man may see his wife as ugly and off-putting, and a wife may see her husband as ugly and off-putting, which provokes a reaction in the one who sees that and causes anxiety and distress. Jinn also, they may cause hatred between husband and wife, business partners, families, friends. All this jinn can cause it. Another thing that jinn can cause to humans is some female diseases like infertility, infections, menstrual irregularities. So the jinn, they are capable of staying in women's womb and kill fetus and cause miscarriage. In some cases, they kill sperm in some women. The jinn can also cause male sexual problem like impotency, weak erection, low sperm count, and so on. Among the things that jinn can cause is tampering with or causing damage to houses, furnitures. They may stone you. For example, you left your home. You leave your home in the morning, So by the time you are coming back, you met your home scattered. Everything has been scattered. So this may be as a result of the jinn. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from the evils of the jinn. Please subscribe to our channel.